Yeah, that's a whole different topic, but yeah, it's just like people are like, you shouldn't stereotype. It's like, well, why not? they're they're usually true. But the whole point with that is stereotypes are I think stereotypes are perfectly fine to keep in mind. Like if you get onto an elevator and the guy looks like a mugger or a rapist, maybe you shouldn't get on that elevator. You're stereotyping him. You're saying, oh, just because he's wearing these kind of clothes and he has this kind of this and this kind of that, he looks like a rapist. So that's stereotyping. So I shouldn't stereotype. I should just get on the elevator with this guy who's got his pants off and a knife in his hand. Because I shouldn't stereotype. It's stupidity. It's if the guy looks like a rapist, just don't get on the elevator. And if the guy looks like he's going to steal your watch, then don't leave your watch with him. Like it's just that's stereotyping. Of course, it's stereotyping, but it's also called life experience. If every time you've had a certain type of person over to your house, they've stolen something every time, then maybe in the future you shouldn't invite that type of person to your house. Does that make you racist? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Like you don't want that kind of person to come to your house. So, but it's like, well, I've had 6 of those people over to my house, and every single time they've stolen something from my house. So I don't want them in my house anymore. And I'm just giving an example. I haven't had that experience. I haven't. Yeah. But it also bothers me when people fit their own stereotypes. What do I mean by that? I mean, like one time there was a girl who came over to my house, and she was a minority race that's somewhat known for stealing, and she stole from my house, and it was just like, what the fuck? It's like you're already in that minority that has a kind of a negative stereotype for being known to steal, and then you come to my house and you steal from me? I'm like, come on, be more original, do something else. Like, go into my bathroom and shit on the floor, do something unique. Don't just fit the mold. It's boring. Yeah, no, seriously, like, me personally, being a white Canadian, I often steal from other people's houses because there's no negative stereotype about white Canadians stealing, like, watches and shit from other people's houses, cell phones. So that's what I do. Because in doing so, I'm not perpetuating my own negative stereotype against whites. I didn't brake hard. I just wasn't too low of a gear and I'll have to clutch out. Something's flying. Oh, that's a bubble. Many bubbles. Yeah. So I'm just saying, if there's a certain type of stereotypes against your own race, then try not to fit those stereotypes. Okay, like if you're Asian, try not to have a small penis. Okay, because that's a negative stereotype that the Asian people have had to hold on themselves for many, many years, and it's tiresome, really. Okay, so if you're Asian, please just get a big penis, and let's stop the negativity, people. Speaking of which, I'm really curious to see if my son ends up well hung or not. When I was talking about Asian penises, I'm gonna, of course, think of my son. Huh? That's not good. No, it's because I'm not. I've mentioned this in my private series a couple of times. I'm actually fairly well hung, like I'm large. So, and then my son's half Asian, so I'm like. Okay, I'm just gonna drop that topic altogether.